If you can just warn us when we are live.
Join player 00.
Okay, I see it. Thanks. In the meantime, I'll share my screen here. Okay, so now I guess up. Checking on Twitch. All right. So I think it seems we're live. Sorry everyone for the delay. Welcome everyone in this Impact Game Jam AMA. Hello everyone. Hello. Hello Sandra. Hello Julia. Hello people. Amaya. Sorry for the delay. We had a little technical issue, but we are now live for this AMA. So thanks for joining. Up. So today we have some guests. I'll let them introduce themselves. But as you all know, we are partnering up with Radical Exchange for this game jam. I'm pretty excited to present the specificity about this game jam. But I'll let first Malik and Awatef introduce themselves, and we'll go then on those specificities.
Hey guys, thanks for coming on and participating. I'll go first, and then I'll let Awatef as well. So this is Malik Lakubai here. I'm with Radical Exchange Foundation, and I'm the EU regional coordinator for the foundation. I'll be very brief. I'll just give you a few words about what we do at the foundation, and then I'll let Awatef afterwards coming in. So Radical Exchange Foundation is a nonprofit foundation based in the US. It was founded in 2018. You can think of us basically both as a think tank and also a place where we experiment with decentralized technology. So a think tank and a lab. The idea is really that we're trying to use decentralized technology to bridge the gap between basically democracy and technology at large. We're trying to bring people together from all walks of life. Could be researchers, could be technologists, activists, artists, and we basically create those space so people can invent, design, recreate, experiment with the new technologies, the Web3 and decentralized technologies we have now at our disposal. One of those spaces is the lab, the Web3 lab with social impact, and this is where Awatef comes in. So I'll let her introduce herself and what we do at the lab and how it ties up with the Impact Game Jam. Again, thanks to all of you in participating, joining, and looking forward to partnering in the next few weeks. Thank you all.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Malik, for the introduction. So my name is Awatef. I'm part also of the Radical Exchange Foundation. I'm leading the Web3 for Social Impact Lab. The Web3 for Social Impact Lab, what we are doing is that we explore the power of the Web3 for the benefit of the civil society, that including social and environmental ecosystem. So we build bridges between civil society and Web3 ecosystem. So we are really happy to be partner with the Sandbox, and because we believe that the metaverse and the gaming can contribute more to achieve the sustainable development goals that I will explain to you more later on through especially education and learning. So your creation and experiences will be precious for us. So I will pass to Corentin.
Thanks, Malik. Thanks, Awaref. We at the Sandbox, we are excited with this partnership. As you know, we've done already some partnership with other NGO, but this time it's related to Web3, which is kind of the core of our objective. So it's really great to have this one, and I'm really excited to see what games we can do out of this. Now let's dig a bit on the details. As you all know, here's the usual rewards for the game jams. So we have 60k sand for winners divided into top 10 and honorable mentions. Same thing, we have one land for top 10 honorable mention to allow you to publish your games. And you'll see there's other way to publish your games. And some catalysts for top 10. But that I think you already know. So now let's go to the heart of this presentation and reveal the theme you're going to work with. So the idea of this game jam will be to make sustainable resource management game. What do we mean by this? There are different words here and different explanation. I'll start with the resource management. Basically what we are expecting from you are three different things. We need a resource generation system, so a way to generate resources in your game and collect it for the players. A building system, so it can be, when I say building, can be real building or anything that can allow the player to create, to get resources, more resources. And a research system. This research system is basically you spending, for the player spending resources or revenue to upgrade building and get more resources. But as said, it's not just a resource management game. We're expecting the games to be sustainable resource management game. That's what we are asking you to include one, at least one SDG, and we'll come right after about SDG in your games. So what are SDG? Those are the Sustainable Development Goals, and I'll let the mic, I think, to Awatef, who I think explain a bit more than myself those goals.
Thank you, Corentin. So the SDG, what we call it Sustainable Development Goals, are a series of 17 goals that set by the all United Nations member states, like in 2015, sorry. And these goals provide like a share blueprint, like a framework to create a better world and improve the quality of life for all of us by 2030. So these 17 goals are divided by three categories. So as you can see that they have like 17 and we can divide it by three categories that they are interconnect. So they have like the first categories is called it like inclusive economic, that we seek to strike a balance between producing values and saving resources at the same time. And for these categories, we have goals like the goals 8, like decent growth and economic growth, like the goals 9, industry, innovation, infrastructure. We also have like the goals 10, like reducing inequality, also the goals 12 about responsibilities of production and consumers. The second categories, they call it like the social cohesion, like development, where like everyone right to access basic resources and services to meet their essential needs. Like the goals 1 is like no poverty, the goals 2 is zero hungers, the goals 3 is good health and well-being, and so on and so on. And we have the last categories called environmental sustainabilities, where we have to preserve and restore the planet. So we have like 4 goals about it. The 13, the climate action, the 14, the life beyond waters, the 15, like the life on land, and so on. We have like a document and presentation, like where we explain all the goals, and I think Corentin, we will send it to all of you.
Yes, definitely.
And the last thing, what I would like to mention is that the importance of the interconnection, when you will think about creating your games, is how we can like have like 2 and 3 goals together, because we believe and we recognize that if we have to ending poverty or other deprivation, must go in hand with strategy that improve health, education, reducing inequality, tracking climate change. And yeah, I think I finished. I will pass the mic to Corentin. I think yeah.
Thanks a lot, Tawatef. I think that was really clear and really exciting. So now what I'm gonna try to explain is more about how you guys will be able to include those SDG inside your game. The idea is not to have, you know, like a boring explanation of just written in your experience as content. The idea is really to use the gameplays through resource management mechanics to help players get more information about those SDGs. Really like to teach with the gameplay. I think that's what is important here. So we're gonna give you some support as usual. The first thing that you can already see inside the game maker is the resource management template. That is already available. That will help you get all the mechanics you need to create your games. We're gonna have a workshop. Give you the timeline right after that by Cyber Dragon to help you understand it and make the best game possible. And the document I've talked about, I'll try to share it to you now. So this document, sorry, is explaining, giving some examples. So here's a little recap about SDG. To get a little recap about just how I just presented. But mainly what we want to showcase are some examples of how you can include that in games. Let's get some gameplay examples. For some example, like here we got Life Below Water, which is kind of a fishing game where you have to take into consideration that fish will restore based on how many fish are left after each round. You can also combine SDGs. I think you can totally get creative. You got some example, and we'll share this document in the email you're receiving after the EMA, as well as information about SDG and radical exchange. But let's try to get creative. You can really, you know, you have 17 SDGs, so try to combine it as much, not as much possible, but you can try to combine 2 or 3 inside your game. You have some example here, but you can just, you know, have an idea with those example. You do not need to replicate exactly them. It's just an idea of how it's possible to get those SDG inside games. So I'm not sure, because you're always really creative, so I think you're going to do it perfectly. Yeah, of course, if you have any doubts, any question, don't hesitate to reach us. Mostly, I guess, on the Discord, we're the most responsive, and we can also try to give you some feedback on your ideas on how to include those SDG inside your game. Going back to here. Here are some important dates. I guess you have all of them in the mathematical. Oh, sorry. Stop sharing. Up. Yeah, you got all of them in the mathematical. So registrations are closing actually today. You have until the end of the day to register inside the game jam. We'll have a workshop session tomorrow, live on Twitch, with Cyber Dragon about the template. Submission are closing on May 28th, and there is a live award ceremony that will take place on June 29th. As I just said, don't forget to join us on Discord on the Game Jam channel. We'll be there with V to answer all of your questions, but also we have, if you're not already there, I think we have an incredible community there that will help you as much as possible if you have any doubts, any need of assistance. Follow us also on Twitter to have the latest information about the dates, what any materials we might get for you. And you have the replay of this video on Twitch and on YouTube. All right, so that's the time for the question. We already have some question, I think, in the form we sent you before the registration phase. You can ask your question directly in the chat. I will read them and will try to answer as many as possible. All right, I'm trying to check on the chat. What is the theme? So as we said earlier, the theme is a sustainable resource management game. Basically, you need to use resource management mechanics that are in the, you can learn about them in the templates that are just out on the Game Maker, plus on the workshop that will happen tomorrow. And include at least one SDG. You can learn about SDG in the document we will send you right after the AMA. Learn about the SDG and how to implement them in your game. If you want to learn about the SDG, we'll send also some documentation. Don't hesitate to check also the site of the foundation of Radical Exchange. We'll also send it to you right after the AMA. Is that multiplayer or single player? You can do, you can choose. Both are possible, so don't hesitate. I think this game jam is pretty, the theme is pretty large. Resource management game are pretty a broad game type that fits both single player or multiplayer. So don't hesitate to do any of them. That reminds me of my college days. I don't know what you did exactly for college, but yeah, it's kind of a it's the first game jam we're doing with, I guess, an educative theme. We really think, I think, and that was basically the idea of American OTF, that we can teach people with games, and I think we agree on that. That's a powerful tool to teach better sometimes than a usual and traditional way of teaching. So I think good games and also have an impact with these games on those SDGs. Up. I'll just check if I had any question in the form you sent up. Can I use my own music for a game I create? Not yet possible. For now, we cannot add music, I mean custom music inside a game jam experience, but you'll see there are plenty of music available in the game maker that you can use. And notice on term, how can we draw the line between tower defense and this new theme? So I'm not sure to understand why you're referring to tower defense. This game jam, the theme is resource management, stable resource management games. If you find a way to mix it with tower defense, well, I'm happy to see any innovation and mix of gameplays. So you don't have to use tower defense. You can if you want to mix. I guess that's possible. That's, I guess, not the easiest way, maybe, but you don't have to use tower defense. Sorry, is the theme SDG? So the theme is sustainable resource management, which include two parts: resource management mechanics and sustainability, which is through SDG. So the idea is to use the resource management game mechanics and include at least one SDG to make the gameplay with it. So it's part of the theme, yes. All right, I don't see any other question. Don't hesitate. All right. If not, I guess we're gonna end this AMA now. As usual, you can go on Discord if you have any question. We also have an email to take any question, and we'll send you all the information, of course, with this email and any others on Twitter. Thanks everyone for coming. Thanks Malik. Thanks Awatef. I hope you're excited as I am to play those games in now. So you have 3 weeks now to create your games.
Definitely. Thank you, Corentin. Appreciate the invite.
Thanks, Corentin. Thanks to all of you.
Thanks for joining. I'll let Cyber Dragon, if you're here, close the stream.